Did you send those roster? All right, folks, we're live for the second game, starting a little early. We ran through that first game pretty fast, so we're getting this game started at 2:30. It's going to be Chance Pollard up for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks here from George Steinbrenner Community Field. I'm Jarrett Guthrie. I'm starting this game while we wait for Jim Delaney to come take over for me. I'm once again joined by my friend Mikey Paris. First pitch in for a strike to Pollard. Pollard went 0 for 3 in the first game. Pitching for the Hawks is Hamilton Martinez. Listed as the Hawks ace. This is, I think, his second showing of the season, and coming in after a little bit of a shoulder tweak in the offseason. Mikey Paris is joining me now. Mikey, how you doing?
Ready for game 2. It's always good to have only thing better than one baseball game is 2 baseball games.
Absolutely. As you said in the announcement in the last game, you quoted the great Ernie Banks. Let's play 2. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. All right, we got a full count first to the first batter here. See if Martinez can go after him and get him here. This is Pollard batting for the Lakehawks. He swings hard, sends it out to left field. Let's see if it's playable. Looks like it's playable. That's the first out. Fly ball to the left fielder. That is Gilbert out there for the Hawks. Next batter stepping up to the plate is Nafis Llanos for the Sumter. Lake-Sumter. Llanos swinging from the left side of the plate. Spark plug for the Lakehawks. He reached on a walk in the first inning last game, but was 0-2 the rest of the way. Shortstop. Umpire for this game. I'm afraid we didn't catch the umpire's names, but he spits on that one. 2-1. That ball's outside. 31. You're watching us today on Stream Live Tampa.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Full count to the second hole for the Lakehawks. Nafis Llanos. He puts Sting in one. Goes up the middle with it for a single. First hit of the game. Nafis Llanos.
All right, getting caught up here.
That'll bring Alberson McGoyan to the plate. Alberson.
Number 35, Alberson McGoyan.
Alberson scored the Lakehawks' only run of the game. An exciting first half. If you're just joining us for this second game, the Hawks took the first game 2-1. winning in beautiful fashion with a walk-off Alex Cordero home run to right field, winning 2-1 in the 7th inning. These doubleheaders in JUCO baseball are 7-inning games. So you're with us here at Streamline Tampa for 7 innings. I'm Jarrett Guthrie, and I'm here with my partner, Mikey Paris.
And I'm going to go ahead and coin the phrase, Jarrett Guthrie, not a walk-off, but a hawk-off.
Oh,
for the
I like
HCC
it.
Hawks.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. You know, both coaches kind of alluded to a little bit of low energy in that first game. Let's see if the walk-off home run inspires the Hawks to be a little more aggressive and makes the Lake Hawks a little more hungry to even this series out here early in the season. 5-6 are the Lake-Sumter Lake Hawks. 2-2 are the HCC Hawks on the season.
I, for one, have a little bit of Super Bowl-itis, so I would imagine that it may be affecting both teams as well.
Could be. Got it. No? Ball couldn't hold on to the ball at first base.
Might have took the brunt of the throw. Slow to get up at first base. Llanos. Game number 2 here Monday afternoon at George Steinbrenner Community Field. Starting to get a little thicker the clouds, but it looks like we should be able to get in 7 innings. Umpires switched places after the first game, so obviously the man in the bucket now lost the toss and got the hotter of the afternoon. Big lead at first.
Two and one's the count to Alberson Magoyan. Throw back over to first base. He's back in time. Umpire calls time.
That gives me a time to get a French fry.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had to jam our lunch in to the quick break, and so if you hear a little bit of quiet, that's both of us getting our rosters and getting the things signed up. Swing and a miss and a throw down to the runner attempting to second. He's heading to third with a bad throw. Let's see it. Beautiful throw from the center fielder.
Maya with the hose.
What a great throw. Maya into L'Ariel for the out, for the second out. Dolney sent one a little wide to second base, and the hard charging Llanos ran right through it, and then our center fielder, as Mikey pointed out, Maya with the absolute cannon there into third base for the second out of the inning. Still Magoyan up to the plate, 2-2. Foul ball there.
YouTube coming in crystal clear.
Excellent. Fly ball, second baseman has that one. That is Nico Montez, who came in and got a pinch hit single in his only at-bat in the last game. That takes us to the middle of the first inning. No runs on one hit. No runners left on base, no errors. All right, we're back here with the home half of the first inning. HCC Hawks taking on the Lake-Sumter Lake Hawks. This is the second game of a doubleheader. You're watching Stream Live Tampa. We're at George M. Steinbrenner Community Field here. The Lake Hawks bring their ace, Seth Wasaki, to the plate or to the mound. This is Seth's first outing of the season. He had COVID quarantine issues, but Coach said he's ready and prepared to make a start and make an impact on this season for the Lake Hawks.
John Wick.
He takes the first pitch for a ball. Two and up. To the leadoff hitter for the Hawks, Adrian Maya, who we saw in the top half with that rope from center field to get the runner at third base. That ball is low, but they call it a strike. Catches the inside or the outside corner. 2-1 to Adrian Maya. Two and two. Maya was 1 for 3 in the first game. He singled in the second inning, ground into a double play and flew out to right field. Catcher holds on to it. That's strike 3.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 1, Alex Aguirre.
Coach Billings told us that the 6'3" right-hander comes right over the top, and he was not kidding. On a downhill throw, 6'3" coming over the top with fastball, curveball.
Yeah, he said about 86, 87 miles an hour, which is a little bit of an uptick to the left-hander they saw in the first game. Scragg, who had a tremendous game, that ball is flipped out to the third baseman for the first out, or second out, excuse me. Ty Milliner makes a catch.
You want me to scoot down?
No, I'm good. Patricia Huggins, thanks for chiming in on Facebook. That ball is skied, but it's going to go over the fence in foul territory down the left field line. Appreciate you watching, Patricia. Hope you're enjoying your day. As we mentioned in the during our first game broadcast, obviously we're here at Community Field under the shadow of Raymond James Stadium, host to last night's big Super Bowl win for the hometown Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My partner on the broadcast, Mikey Paris, got to work and attend the game last night. I'm sure he's going to give us some more fun facts and things he saw and enjoyed. We had some fun conversations, maybe not broadcast conversations, on our ride to pick up lunch, but a once-in-a-lifetime experience, Mikey. I'm thrilled that you got to participate in that.
Very exciting, and can't believe that just working for a company, ended up in the game, feeling a hometown team win the Super Bowl for the first time ever.
Yeah, that was amazing. Hunter Fitzgerald for the Hawks here, two outs, and he swings, he skies one.
Setting the defense for the Hawks for game 2. Be Gilbert in left, Maya in center,
Number 20,
Valdez in right.
Milliner.
Fitzgerald moves over to first, Montez at second, Aguirre short. Correa takes third base. Carrillo takes third base. Dolney the catcher. Cordero will be the DH, and Martinez on the hill. Hamilton Martinez.
Ty Milliner up to play for the Lakehawks. He spoils one foul. 0-1 here in the second inning. Milliner came through with a single in the inning that the Hawks scored their run, the fourth inning in the first game. All right, what's your pick?
One and two to the batter. Comes inside.
Hawks coach Javi Miranda said Hamilton, the starting pitcher for the Hawks, Hamilton Martinez, probably about 3 or 4 innings as they get him, broken in for the season. There was a beautiful knee buckler on the outside to Milliner. He's walking away quietly, but he's not pleased with that call. But that was a pretty pitch. Strikeout
Number
looking.
8, Tommy Ricketts.
Tommy Ricketts, who made a pinch hitting appearance in the last game, is the DH for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks in game 2 here. He skies one to center field. Maya. Oh, actually, the right fielder comes in. Valdez makes the catch. 2 quick outs. That'll bring up Ian Thornton to the plate, Lakehawks first baseman.
Number 15, Ian Thornton.
Coach Dent's checking in on Twitter today. Thank you, Coach.
Hawks pitcher Hamilton Martinez, the quote ace of the staff. About 89, sits 89, 92 with a fastball, mixes in a changeup slider. We just saw the changeup there. It's pretty. Ian Thornton in the box. He swings and sends one to second base. Should be a routine play for Montez, who flips it over to Fitzgerald for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning there for the HCC Hawks.
Cruising towards the bottom of the second for HCC.
If you're new to the Stream Live broadcast thing, you'll notice that Mikey Paris likes to break the unwritten rules of baseball by mentioning how fast things are going. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us later in the game, but Mikey's going to be who Mikey's going to be.
Jared Guthrie, let me tell you, my girlfriend's been working from home for over a year now. This is a vacation.
So you're hoping this game goes 27
Let's
innings?
play all night as
Okay.
far as I'm
Well,
concerned. Listen, I love her, but she doesn't need to know that I'm watching Cheaters and Dr. Phil during the afternoon. That's
Right.
none of her business. I'm just happy to be out of the house and watching some baseball, my friend. We'll be done by dark. I promise you that.
Talked to Coach Miranda about the first game, and he said it's always fun to kind of sneak out and get that win. Certainly, as you put it, the hawk off from Cordero was a huge rallying point. As I mentioned earlier, both teams a little lethargic in the first game, but Coach the Hawks coach mentioned that he wasn't pleased with it. He wasn't happy with the energy, and may have given his team a little bit of a talking to after the game. We'll see how it shakes out.
Coach Billings also said, it's tough to go on the road, come off the bus,
Yeah,
and maybe a little rush to get ready
hard
for the
to
away
get going
game.
out of the van. He said, "Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah." The cleanup hitter, Mike Valdez, to the plate for the HCC Hawks. He looks at the first pitch. It's a strike on the outside. Is that an A or a U?
Usuri, I believe.
Yeah, both teams going with a different catcher for this game. Usuri. I think it's Usuri for the Lakehawks. If there's a person watching who wants to send us on Facebook or Twitter a phonetic pronunciation if we're getting that wrong, but I think it's Usuri. Strike on the inner half. That's 2-2.
Fitz fam joining again on Twitter for game 2.
Excellent. Picks one off the ground and sends it down the third baseline foul. Little protection swing there. 2-2. Coach Billings talked about those 2 or 3 errors have cost his team now 5-6 on the season. He said the games that they've lost have come at the cost of some miscues, and that's something they hope to clean up here in game 2 in the second half. Nice play. Usuri going out and keeping it in front of him. No one aboard, no damage. Mike Valdez at the plate for the Hawks. And those errors proved costly. That's how they got that first run. That's a hard hit ball, but it's going to drift foul.
He said it's been their bugaboo all year that when those errors tend to happen, those runs always are plated as the first run for the ACC Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely did. The baseball gods will bite you. Just missed.
So Valdez takes first base with a walk.
Number 24, Alex Cordero.
That'll bring up big Alex Cordero, who was the hero of the first game. One of a couple heroes in that first game. Obviously, a big shout out to Rudy Gomez, who pitched his both starting pitchers pitched their tail off. Josh Scragg for the Lakehawks and Rudy Gomez both got no decisions in that game, but both really came out and shoved it today. It was good to see for Rudy, who had a little bit of a tough outing in his first start against the College of Central Florida, and he is still 0-1 on the season, but man, obviously showed that he is going to be fun to watch the rest of the season.
Also, Vargas with the throw from right field to cut down a runner at the plate in a tie ball game.
The catcher Usuri tried to hold that one for the umpire to have a clean look at it, but he saw what he saw and he called that one a ball. That one is low, so it's 2-1 here in the second inning. One mistake pitch from the Lakehawks relief pitcher Grice, and Alex made him pay for it. As Mikey pointed out in the break, I think it was a 2-1 count, and he smoked it. Mikey was in the process of critiquing him because he let another one go through that Mikey said he would have swung out of his shoes on, but he made up for it. Throw over to first base.
On the important one.
On the important one, the one that counted, the good one. He was waiting for his pitch, and he got it. And he got all of it. Mike Valdez over at first base. He's off on the ball, hit out to center field. The center fielder makes the catch, and Valdez will have to retreat back to first base.
Up to bat, number 29, Aaron Donnelly.
It's Chance Pollard out there. Catcher Aaron Dolney up for the HCC Hawks here, second inning. He shows some patience there and lays off a pitch. 1-0.
If you happen to be just joining us for Game 2 right here, the sound will go out as HCC batters approach as we're playing music due to copyright reasons. We have to mute the sound, so everything's fine. Just wait for our glorious voices to pop right back on to keep you informed.
It's the first time my voice has ever been called glorious, and I'll appreciate that. I'm going to take it as a compliment today.
And it is.
That's, could be trouble. That ball gets through the infield. That's going to be a single. Valdez holds up at second base. Throw comes in, and he was just a bit off, but he manages to dive back in there. So Hawks have 2 aboard with 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Aaron Dolney with a single.
Montez.
Recollection of history in the making during the
Nico Montez steps into the box for the HCC Hawks. He had a pinch hit single and was caught stealing in his 1 appearance at the plate in the first game. That's a strike. 0-1. 1 out. Runners aboard. You're looking at our center field angle coming in. That pitch is outside. 1-1. The mastermind of Stream Live Tampa, Javier Nunez, has us covered from all angles here today. We sure do appreciate all his hard work to make us look good, or make us look a little bit better, right? I don't know if good's the right word, but make us look a little bit better.
Improved.
Improved, much improved. Handsome in certain lights. That's how Mikey Paris is described by people.
It's called an eclipse. 1-2 count.
Ball is up and away. 2-2. Nico Montez is playing second base today for the Hawks.
Fister into center
falling.
field.
Yeah, that should bring a run across, and it does. Valdez scores on the single from Nico Montez. That's 2 hits on the day.
Miguel L'Oreal.
Runners on first and second, 1 out for Miguel L'Oreal.
I can see through the spikes. Keep it like Mike. I'ma speak through the mic.
The righty starter, a couple more of the lefty bats mixed in today for the second game. Miguel L'Oreal swings at the first pitch he sees to the second baseman. Coelho, who throws it on for the second out of the inning. Runners advance, second and third.
Now batting, number 9, Ben Gilbert.
Ben Gilbert picked up the win on the mound for the Hawks and now is playing right field in the second game. He steps to the plate with 2 aboard.
This is a dollar bill.
Was it the money that made me such?
All right. Luke Ussery keeps the ball in front of him. No damage done there. Ball 1. Again, Ben Gilbert to the plate for the HCC Hawks. Gilbert worked 1 inning there and picked up the win in the first game. He gave up a hit, but faced 4 batters and picked up the win in relief. He swings at that one a little off the end of the bat to shortstop. Shortstop throws to first for the out. That's 3 down, but the Hawks do pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, so it is 1-0 HCC as we head to the third inning. Rob Dolney checking in online. Appreciate having you, Rob. We're watching your son play catcher here in the second game of this doubleheader. We head to the third inning. HCC Hawks lead the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks 1-0. Leading off for the Lakehawks here in the second game in the third inning is Gabriel Dorsey. Swings at a ball up, 0-1. Want to shout out our guys up here from HCC working with us up in the press box. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman throws over to Hunter Fitzgerald at first for the first out. Bubba Herrick is doing the scoreboard. Brendan Herrick, excuse me, is doing the scoreboard. I've known Brendan for a couple years, a Riverview High School product. And Jake Griffith is again manning the sound and announcing over there when it needs to be done and keeping the walk-up music going. We appreciate those guys, these guys up here with us, helping us out with names of new players who come in and what have you, and doing their responsibilities for their team and helping us out. We appreciate it. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. And again, this is Gabriel Dorsey for the Lakehawks. Dorsey, the left fielder today. He's ahead in the count 2-0. With Hamilton Martinez on the mound for the HCC Hawks. That ball's inside, 3-0. As we mentioned earlier, Hamilton Martinez with 3 pitches, change-up slider, about 89-92. He is a sophomore Houston commit, University of Houston, the Cougars. Great baseball program out there in Texas.
Gotta love those Cougars.
I know you do, my friend. I know you do. That ball will be hit for a single from Dorsey. Deposits that one in front of the left fielder. One man aboard to lead off the third inning here for the Lakehawks. That'll bring up the catcher, Luke Ussery. Appreciate all the fans watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like, subscribe, share button, let people know you're watching, let people know how they can watch us. Stream Live Tampa will be covering all the home games for the HCC Hawks this season, as well as covering high school baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball in the area. Luke Ussery. Oh, I apologize. Nick Cuello is up to the plate.
That'll have Ussery getting that base hit. That happens, my friend. The first game we had, Mr. Jim Delaney, who may be on his way right here, started the scorebook on the wrong side. So
oh, no, that's a
first game of the year.
It's a rough way to start the year. Well, I'll have to cross it out.
I'm
that's
sorry,
on me.
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't know I was on the air.
I don't believe you. I'm sure Jim's listening in his car and probably driving too fast to get over here. Jim's coming from Durant High School, where he's a teacher, and so he'll be here for the second half of this here, second doubleheader. I'm happy to fill in with my good buddy Mikey Paris while we wait. Nick Cuello sends a single into the right field outfield. That'll put 2 runners aboard.
Back to the top of the order.
Yeah, and that'll bring up Chance Pollard again. He flew out to left field first at bat, but now he's got ducks on the pond, as they say. One out here in the third inning. Let's see what he can do for the Lakehawks, looking to tie this game up. That ball's away. There's music. There's music. That's a ball ground to second base. Let's see if he can turn 2. Montez makes the tag and then throws for the second out.
Caught him safe at second.
It said he didn't get him. Runner advances to third, second and third. Javi Moran is going to go talk to him. I thought he got him on the shoulder, but Javi's going to get to say his piece. I don't know if it'll get changed, but Montez with a heck of a play, made the swipe at the tag and throws over to first base. He got the sure out, but thought he got the second out too. But Javi Miranda doesn't protest too much, but says his piece.
Watching the replay here on Stream Live Tampa, and it looked like he was a little daylight in between the two.
Number 5, Nashis Llanos.
Nafis Llanos stepping to the plate for the Lake Hawks. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Let's see if Llanos can come through for his team here. So catcher Usuri at third base and Nick Cuello at second base. Strike is the call to Llanos. As we mentioned in the first game, if you were with us, Llanos, tough out to get, according to his coach, Rich Billings. You know, the kind of the spark plug, obviously, from that 2-hole. Guy gets him started, shortstop, got some speed. See what he can do. That's another bender in for a strike. See what Hamilton Martinez here can bear down a little bit and get this third out and get his team back in the dugout. He's checking his sheet on his belt to see what running through the sign, gives the coaches the shake off, and now he's got something he likes. Let's see what he brings to Nafis Llanos.
Been going to the breaking ball a little bit more when he gets runners in scoring position. See the 0-2 pitch.
Leaves it up, 1-2.
The 1-2 pitch.
Fouled sharply down the third base line and out of play. Still 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. HCC Hawks have a 1-0 lead on the Lake Hawks of Lake-Sumter. Ball's in the dirt. Dolney moves over and makes a nice play, keeps it in front of him, drops a knee down.
Saves a run on the hard slider in the dirt.
Absolutely. Saw Cam Vi make some nice plays behind the plate for the Hawks in the first game. Nice to see 2 great defensive plays by catchers. That ball's fouled down the first base line. He's at the fence, but I don't think he's going to have a chance of that one.
Will not stay in play. So let's do it again. Twos are wild.
Another ball in the dirt there. Nafis Llanos is making Martinez work in this game, as we talked about a little bit in the first game. He's got 10 walks on the season, so he knows what he's doing. Knows how to draw out an at-bat. Making Martinez work for it. Let's see how it goes. He hits the ball hard and gets through the first base side. That'll bring in 2. A little bit of a stumble in the outfield.
Ball gets by the right fielder. Goes all the way to the wall. They're going to hold him up at third.
No, they're not.
And the
ball gets away, and he scores. So we're going to give him a single on it. First error gives him second and third base, and the second error gives him home. 3 runs come in on that play. We'll give him the 2 RBIs.
The Little League home run, unfortunately.
Exactly. The Little League home run is costly in this game. Runs have been in a premium early through this day, and that's going to call out pitching coach, or excuse me, that's going to call out the head coach to talk to and he takes the ball. Looks like that's going to do it for Hamilton Martinez. We knew he would have a kind of a quick hook today, coach said, as he's getting progressed in the season. You know, this is just the 4th game for the Hawks. He's
still both RBIs, 2 errors.
Back on? Thanks. So the Hawks will make a pitching change. Is it Wingo? First name Chip. All right, that'll bring in J.P. Kenyon for the HCC Hawks. He'll step to the plate with 3 runners across here in the top of the third. Nobody on base for him. That'll do that'll end the day for Hamilton Martinez. The Lake-Sumter Lakehawks have a 3-1 lead on your HCC Hawks. We will give a few more pitches here to JP. JP's a right-hander.
Now pitching for the Hawks, number 20, Justin Kenyon.
All right, let's see what Justin J.P. Kenyon has to offer today. He takes over here with 2 down in the third inning for the HCC Hawks. Kenyon, a short delivery, pretty much over the top from the right-hand side. He steps in to face Alberson McGoyan for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks. McGoyan flew out to second base in his first at-bat.
35.
Reached and scored in the first game, but was 0-3. 0 for 3 in that game. Comes in and throws a breaking ball, stays up, 1-0. That one finds its plate. Nope. Umpire says no. I thought that ball... But that's why I'm not an umpire, folks. I'm up a little higher than the umpire. We're up, if you see that gentleman standing behind home plate, we're up above him. So we have a little bit of an odd angle on pitches. So forgive us if we get a little excited. That one is up, and so it's a 3-0 count. McGoyan...
We could have been on top of the skyway, Jared. I think that was a strike.
I wasn't going to go there, but I felt like it was.
I'm the color guy, so
Coach
deal with me.
Brendan Herrick, when I said it, he nodded at me, so I feel like he's a good pitcher, so he knows what he's doing. That ball finds the strike zone. Umpire likes that one, so 3-1 count. See if Kenyon can come back and get this guy. Foul ball straight back. That makes it a full count. J.P. Kenyon out there battling, get his team back in the dugout, and maybe pick up some runs and try to erase the 3 runs that came across there on the Nafisiano single and 2 errors that allowed him to score. Oh, Fister, but a foul ball off his foot. Those are ugly and they hurt. There's no fun about that. A little chirping from the HCC dugout, but the home plate umpire explains the play. Ball off his foot, and clearly, if you can see McGoyan on our screen, he's feeling it a little bit. Umpire doing the great thing, going out and having a chat with the new pitcher, give him some time to shake that one off.
It's definitely another factor in double plays. The umpires will switch. You got to get used to how the new umpire calls the balls and strikes behind the plate. They all have their own feel for the strike zone, and each player has to adjust.
Seems like this guy's a little bit tighter than the gentleman who's now at first base, who was calling the outside black a lot in game 1. That ball's hit towards third base. L'Oreal throws it over for the out. That'll do it in the top of the third, but the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks pick up 3 runs, take a 3-1 to lead on HCC on 3 hits, 2 errors, no man left on base. All right, we're heading to the bottom of the third. Once again, you're watching us on Stream Live Tampa. Please hit those like, subscribe, share buttons. You never know who's sharing it with someone could get it in front of somebody and help us in advertising and continue to do what we do. Live Stream Tampa has done some amazing coverage.
All black, one gun man, John Wick. All black.
Hawks find themselves in a 3-1 hole as we head here to the bottom of the third. Lineup turned over. Adrian Maya steps to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. Facing off here against Seth Wasaki again. Maya, center fielder with a strong arm we got to see last game. He sends one out towards right field. Right fielder's on it though. He tracks it down and runs that ball down for the first out.
Up to bat, number 1, Alex Aguirre.
Alex Aguirre steps up to the plate for the HCC Hawks. We see Linda and Rob Dolney watching us today, checking in on Facebook, watching Aaron and his teammates. Aaron Dolney, the catcher today for the Hawks here in the second game of this doubleheader. Alex Aguirre at the plate for the HCC Hawks. One down. 1-1 is the count. So that ball gets called a strike. A little bend over breaking ball, and umpire liked it. Ball away. 2-1. Aaron Perry says, "Let's go, Albie." Just guessing that that's in relation to Alberson McGoyan for Lake-Sumter. Glad you're watching us, Aaron. Well, infield single there for Alex Aguirre. A little soft hit to the second baseman. Second baseman puts a glove on it, but didn't have time with Aguirre's speed to make the flip. That brings Hunter Fitzgerald to the plate for HCC. Fitzgerald, a Florida Southern transfer. Rockies draft pick out of high school. Coach Miranda said the rest of the team feeds off of him, so if he can get going here, perhaps he'll spark the offense and Hawks can rally back here. Here in the bottom of the third, this of course the second game of a doubleheader, so it's a 7-inning JUCO game. Both games are 7-0 with the HCC Hawks taking game 1 2-1. We thank you for joining us today. Please make sure you're hitting those subscribe buttons and liking us. Runner goes down. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw from the catcher, Luke Ussery, to get Alex Aguirre and race him off the base path. What a nice throw from Ussery.
Looks like he had that stolen easily, and the throw caught up to the runner,
yeah.
And a bang-bang play at second.
So none aboard here for Hunter Fitzgerald, 2 outs. Let's see if he can get things going now. That ball hits the dirt, 2-1. Fitzgerald was 0 for 3 in the first game, so he's due. He's due. Two and two. Guys at home can see Wasaki there with pretty interesting stuff. He hides the ball well and behind his back for these left-handed batters. They don't see it for a minute, and so he's taking full advantage of that. As we mentioned earlier, Wasaki Sophomore. Throws over the top. Right around 86, 87 on the fastball. Slider change.
Not to the extreme of Louis Tiant, but a little bit of it.
A little bit. Hope there's a lot of parents listening to us who get that reference.
Google
I
it.
like it. I like it. I love Louis Tiant. If my friend Brandon Wright, one of my writers for 813 Preps, is listening, he got to meet Louis Tiant once and got a great picture with him outside of Fenway Park a couple years ago. Wonderful pitcher. Oh, swings and loses the bat for strike 3.
Heads up on the on-deck circle.
We appreciate you, Patricia Huggins, watching the game. She says she loves watching our Hawks on my TV on YouTube. We like it too. When I'm not doing the games and I'm at home, that's how I've watched the first three Hawks game of the season on my YouTube TV, and it's always good to hear Jim Delaney, who will be joining us shortly, and my partner today, Mikey Paris. I've enjoyed my time here with you, Mikey.
It's been a great day, and 4 more innings to go or so. See if the Hawks can battle back from a 3-1 deficit.
J.P. Kenyon returns to the mound. He came in relief after the 3 runs scored there in the 3rd inning. He's going to face Ty Milliner to start this inning, followed by Tommy Ricketts and Ian Thornton for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks, leading the HCC Hawks 3-1 here in the 4th inning. I think it's a car.
That little bass on a car, shaking our camera a little bit. Somebody thumping in the outfield. Top of the 4th now, in the 2nd game of a doubleheader here on this beautiful post-Super Bowl Monday, George Steinbrenner Community Field. Number 20, Milliner.
Ty Milliner, yeah, the 3rd baseman for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks. Milliner, the 4-hole. Let's see if he can get his team sparked here in the 4th inning. Holding on to a 2-run lead on the home field HCC Hawks. Swings and sends one down towards first base, skips over the first baseman's glove. The second baseman gets it, and Kenyon comes over for the play, but is just a little bit ahead of himself. The ball gets to him, and he is over the first base bag.
Number 8, Tommy Ricketts.
That is a tough play right there, because Kenyon was thinking maybe the first baseman's going to make the play. He's trying to time it perfectly for the first baseman throw.
To flip it. Mm-hmm.
Ball goes through to the second baseman. He's a step ahead, just like Jarrett said, and could not keep the foot on the bag with the throw from the second baseman.
One 1-0 to Tommy Ricketts. Ruling that an error to get Milliner on base. It's a tough play, as he said, but second baseman did get it clean, and the timing wasn't right. So we're going to give Milliner first base on an error. Kenyon throws over to first base. Milliner dives back in, swipes some dirt away. Gets his jersey dirty for the 2nd time today, and that's good. That's how you know you played a game. A little dirt on the uni. That ball's fisted out into right field. It's going to drop for a single for Tommy Ricketts. 2 aboard here to start the inning for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks. That'll go down as a hit. And it'll bring up Ian Thornton, first baseman for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks.
15, Ian Thornton.
The hits they've given up just seem to be finding the right place on the defense. Nothing's really been stroked by it.
Nothing blasted. Outside of the home run from Cordero in the first game, everything was singles. Kenyon steps off the back of the rubber, checks back the runners, looks towards second base. He's back in there, facing Ian Thornton. Thornton swings and fouls one over the third base side. Oh, and 1 is the count. We appreciate you all watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, following us all on Stream Live Tampa. Hitter calls timeout. Pitch was taking a little bit long for his liking, so he steps out and gets himself reset. Talked to head coach Rich Billings for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks, and he talked about kind of the that ball hits hard to second base and flipped. Oh, a bad flip to second base, caught both guys kind of off. He's moved off the bag. Oh man, he thought he was out. The ball was dropped. He was safe. He stepped off the bag, and unfortunately, HCC shortstop. I'm sorry, drawing a blank. Alex Aguirre wasn't able to see him step off and flip back to the bag. So everyone moves up a base on the error.
Bases loaded now with nobody out. The Hawks really need to try to limit the damage here.
Agreed. This will be Gabriel Dorsey stepping to the plate for Lake-Sumter.
They'll go double play depth in the middle and up on the corners.
Ball breaks into the dirt, 1-0. Gabriel Dorsey, the left fielder for Lake-Sumter. But as I was saying, Coach Billings talked about, the changes and the things they're going through with COVID protocols and what have you. But he said keeping the team together, playing in the Florida Collegiate League this summer, really helped him out and, got the team ready and adjusted to the current, strange times and unique times that we're in. Playing as the Leesburg Lightning this summer.
The Leesburg Lightning. I loved it when he said that.
Yeah. Umpire takes a little bit of a break, clean off the plate here. 1-1 is your count. Runners, bases are loaded, and no outs for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks. Gabriel Dorsey. Another long look in by the pitcher, and the batter steps out, calls for time. The umpire is going to go out and talk to Kenyon, it looks like. He's calling Javi Miranda out. I don't know if it's a uniform check or he's going to talk to him about speeding things up. I don't exactly know.
I think the pitcher's upset, so the batter keeps stepping out. So the pitcher's ready to throw before the batter's ready to hit. It's a standoff between pitcher and batter. And the game has become a human rain delay.
Umpire talking with the pitcher, and Javi Miranda looks like he's turning around, take back to the dugout. Let's see if we can get this game going. Just heard the umpire say, just trying to straighten things out when Billings, now Coach Billings wants to get his thoughts in.
Jared, I'll be right back. I'm going to go down and see what the ump's doing.
Sure.
Get my 2 cents in as well.
Mike needs to take some chance, ask the umpire what he had for dinner. I like it, so we're going to...
He's talking to everybody else. Thought I'd get involved.
Yeah. So we are 1-1 here as we step back into the box. It is Gabriel Dorsey versus JP Kenyon. Runners the bases loaded, and he's up high, 2-1.
Hey, we're playing baseball. Fantastic.
Like to see it. Like to see it.
I'm not sure if the umpire's aware that I went to the Super Bowl last night, as everyone else is.
It's been a long 48 hours for my friend Mikey Paris.
Ooh, got that right.
He's ready for 3 today.
Let's
play 3.
Hey, the Lightning play tonight. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So I may have an adult beverage or two after working all week long, over 60 hours at the Super Bowl.
Sounds like you've earned it. Aaron Perry checking in again. There you go, Lakehawks. He's happy to see his team ahead. 3-1 here.
Big pitch
to Gabriel Dorsey. He swings over one. 3-2. That was a nice pitch. Make this count full. Let's see if Dorsey can pick up one out, maybe something nice, trade a run for a double play. I think they'd be okay with that.
Jeremy Gretschka checking in on Facebook. One of my friends from old bar I used to work at there in Seffner, Brandon area, has a twin brother. They were big-time ball players up in the north and somewhere, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Tell me where you're from again, Jared. Jeremy, I went and remember reading your newspaper things. You guys were playing some good ball up there.
Gabriel Dorsey draws the bases loaded walk. He gets credited with an RBI. That'll pitcher J.P. Kenyon looked like his day might be done.
There will be a pitching change.
Looks like it's going to be Jared Wingo coming in for the Hawks. I'm quite familiar with Jared, seeing a number of his games. Jared was a state champion player for the Plant City Raiders, Plant City, Florida. True little dirt rat. I love Jared Wingo, man. The guy is just a flat-out competitor. He's always fun on the mound. He's a hard worker at second base. Swings the bat pretty well. Always enjoy watching Jared pitch. He is an aggressive pitcher. Goes right at guys. Throws hard. He's a competitor, man. He's a fiery, fiery player. I enjoy watching Jared play.
Number 6.
A little bit of a team meeting for the HCC defense back at second base. They're going to talk things out and see if they can get Jared Wingo to get them out of this inning. The umpire already having a conversation with Wingo. Wingo was wearing an armband with the card that many pitchers are using here at for the HCC, the commentary card, or excuse me, the play card, and he's checking out now. He had it on his wrist, and now he's moved it to his belt. Wingo, similar to Scraggs for Lake-Sumter, who started the first game. Not a giant of a guy, but man, what a big heart. And obviously it shows that the coaches have a lot of faith in him, bringing him in a very tough situation here. Bases loaded, no outs, run already in. 4-1 lead for Lake-Sumter. Wingo, his first pitch, ball one. Again, Jared Wingo takes over on the mound for HCC. He faces off against the catcher for Lake-Sumter, Luke Ussery. Single and a run scored in the third inning for Ussery. That ball out to left field, and hard throw in from Gilbert. The pitcher keeps the runners at bay. They stay where they are. So one down, fly out to left field. Wingo gets that first out. That'll bring up Nick Cuello, the second baseman for Lake-Sumter.
That keeps a double play ball in order to get out of this inning with just the one-run score.
Nick Cuello.
Once again, my buddy Jim Wingo, Jared's dad, checking in, watching the game. I've enjoyed watching his sons, both Dalton and Jared. Dalton played at UCF and was a really, really impressive hitter, outfielder. And Jared, as I said, a pitcher and second baseman for the state champion Plant City Raiders. You know, a team that always was competitive in Hillsborough County High School thing, but that was their first district championship, region championship, and state championship since the 70s. Plant City Raiders. Enjoyed seeing that down. They won a state championship down in Fort Myers against crosstown rival, the Strawberry Crest Chargers, there in Dover. So that just shows you the talent here in Hillsborough County. That year we had 4 teams in various state Final Fours and 2 state championships, along with the Jesuit Tigers in 7A, or excuse me, in 6A, and Plant City winning in 8A. 3-0 count here to Nick Cuello, the second baseman for Lake-Sumter. Bases loaded.
All the way back now, all the way back.
Just outside. Nice job by Dolney trying to bring it in and maybe get the umpire to give him some love, but it didn't happen, so run walks in. Credit Cuello with
Chance Pollard.
an RBI. He had a single in his first at-bat, so he's 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. That'll turn the lineup over for Chance Pollard. Chance is 0-2 for the game. Big chance here for him to drive in some runs. Let's see how Wingo reacts and goes after him. That ball is inside. Lake-Sumter extends its lead there to 5-1 here on the HCC Hawks. Pollard from Oviedo, Florida. A lot of speed. Nice play by Doney there. Jeremy, your friend Jeremy checking in saying he's from UMass.
UMass, they both played up there. They were strong. They're both. They pitched. I actually looked them up after I got to know them. They work local in the area. They're some of my favorite regulars. Good guys, and so I Googled it up. They talked about playing up there, and they were running the newspapers up in that place, I think. Unless their dad was the editor, these guys could play.
They're getting their love. Well, I like to hear that as a former newspaper man and now website owner, 813preps.com. We'd appreciate you checking us out if you're interested in high school baseball here in Hillsborough County. Wonderful split screen angle here from our man Javier Nunez. That ball's in there. That'll be a strike. 2-1. I like Dolney going out there in between those last 2 pitches and talking to Wingo a little bit, giving him a little bit of a pack, give him a break, let him take a deep breath and refocus on this guy. Again, tough situation to come in with the bases loaded. So that ball find earth right in front of left field. 1 run will come in. I don't think they'll run on Gilbert, who's shown his arm on the mound today, but that's going to be an RBI single for Chance Pollard. Extends the lead to 6-1 for Lake-Sumter. Bases are still loaded. 1 out. That'll bring in Nafis Llanos to the plate, the shortstop for Lake-Sumter.
Nafis Llanos.
Llanos with the big 2-run single in the 3rd inning, but charged through second base on 1 error and third base, and then on a tough throw in, he got home plate for his Mikey put it, the Little League home run. In the book we wrote it down a 2-error single with credited for both RBIs, however. So let's see if he can add to his RBI total on the day. 2 for 2 so far. That ball catches a corner on the outside for a strike. 1-1. Wingo checks his card and toes the rubber. Llanos sprays one down the third base line. That one's going to drift foul. My ball's in the dirt. Doney digs it out. 2-2. Nancy Soto checking in on the chat on YouTube. Appreciate Nancy. When we know her boy Yo-Yo was watching us earlier. Don't know if Yo-Yo went to practice. That ball is smoked off the fence in right field. Runner had to hold up a little bit, so that's going to go down as a 2-run double. Runners on second and third.
Number 35, Alberson Magoya.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a post in front of me. So yeah, that was just a 1-run. I apologize. Both the guys, the HCC guys, are looking at me like I'm crazy. I have a post in front of first base, so didn't quite get it. But yeah, the runners had to hold up because the ball was skied, but off the fence. So the longest RBI single you're going to see probably in this park.
The Lakehawks are finding ways to play station-to-station baseball. When that happens, a ball off the fence.
That's trouble.
Everyone held up just long enough to make it a single.
2-0 is the count.
Seven to 1 ball game now.
That ball is low. 3-0. Wingo showing a little bit of frustration out there on the mound. Don't think he's frustrated with the umpire. I think he's frustrated with himself, and but he'll adjust. Hopefully he can get his Hawks back in the dugout and try to cut into this lead a little bit. Ball hit to center field. Maya underneath it, and he's going to throw into second base. Run will score. RBI sac fly for Alberson Magoyan there. Get that run across. That'll make it 8-1. And the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks have batted around here in the 4th inning. Ty Milner coming back up to the plate.
Number 20, Ty Milner.
Runners on first and second. Curveball out of the zone there, 1-0. Aaron Perry encouraging Alberson Magoyan to do it again, or excuse me, Ty Milner to do it again, get a run across. Appreciate you watching, Aaron. Inside. I think Wingo's feeling the pressure here, missing his spots a little bit. Chases a ball up and away, fouls it back. 2-1, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
A little more action in the bullpen for the Hawks.
So, had to correct our scoreboard there. It's 8-1 Lake Hawks. They've hung 5 on the HCC Hawks here in the first 4 innings of this 7-inning second doubleheader game. Once again, this is Ty Milner, third baseman. Reached on an error in the 3rd inning and scored a run. He skies one again. Doney looks up, but that ball's out of play. Thought he read it off the bat, thought he may have a chance at it, but it went out.
Either they're still firing the cannons after the Super Bowl across the street, or we got some thunder in the area.
Milner takes one off the fist and Sends it foul. Stays 2-2. 2 aboard. 2 down. Lake Hawks lead the Hawks 8-1. On the screen, you can see our advertise with us option. Contact Jim Delaney. That's his phone number. Cleanup hitter Mike Valdez steps into the box for the HCC Hawks. He scored the first run, the only run for the Hawks in this game. Walked and scored a run in the second inning. He steps to the plate against Seth Wisaki, who's pitched well in this game. Skies a ball in foul territory. First baseman converges, gets underneath it, and makes the play for the first out.
As he should.
That's his ball all the way. Enjoy seeing catchers and first basemen run after it, but easy play for the first baseman coming in on it. Easier play than it is for either of those.
Cordero now for the Hawks.
Jorge checking in on YouTube saying, go, 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 Nick, referring to Nick Cuello, the second baseman for the Lake-Sumter Lake Hawks. We appreciate you watching, Jorge.
Go, go, Cuello. That's a baseball name if you've ever heard one.
Alex Cordero steps to the plate. He had the big walk-off home run in the first game. Let's see if he can fire up the offense here in this game.
The Hawk-off home run.
2-1's the count. Ball outside to Cordero. He flew out to the center fielder in his first at-bat. A breaking ball on the outside. 31. 1 out here, bottom of the fourth inning. Ooh, he liked that pitch a lot. Fouled it straight back. Just missed it. Don't make a mistake to Cordero. He showed what a mistake pitch he'll do with a mistake pitch in that last game. Parking one over the right field fence.
Deposited into the palm trees for the Hawk-off home run in game 1.
Send it down there towards the bullpen, yeah. Some action in the Hawks bullpen. Can't see exactly, they can't make the number out there, but you might see Cordero drugs as the walk. Gets on base, the DH gets on base here with 1 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. All right, that brings up Aaron Dolney, the catcher for the Hawks. He looks at one away. 1-0 to start this count. Dolney had a single in the first, in his first at bat in the second inning. Looks at that one too, but good framing job by Ussery, the Lake Hawks catcher. So 1-1 count, one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Mike, you got to think the Hawks need to get some runs here.
Got to start chipping away.
Yeah. Just a 7-inning game here in the second half of this doubleheader. Got a steep hill to climb, down 7 runs.
One and two with one out.
Swings at one low, stays alive in the count. Still 1-2. We appreciate you guys spending your afternoon here with us on Stream Live Tampa. We'll be bringing you all of the HCC home games this season.
Back at it again Friday.
With Mikey Paris and Jim Delaney on the call on Friday. Make sure you tune into them. I'll be watching if I can't make it out. Two and two. Aaron Dolney waiting on the 2-2 pitch. That ball's in the dirt inside. 3-2, full count. Alex Cordero on first base. Looking for Dolney to move him around a little bit. He swings over one. That'll be a strikeout for Wasaki. Seth Wasaki brings Nico Montez to the plate with 2 outs. Nico Montez fouls off the first pitch he's looking at, 0-1. Alex Cordero over on first base.
Those are for you.
1-1. Montez singled and drove in the Hawks' lone run in the second inning. Good time for a second hit of the game. Third hit of the day. That'd be nice. He had a
Yeah.
That's a strike. 2-2. Fouls one off, stays 2-2, stays in the at-bat. 2 outs here. A little 2-out base hit would be nice. See what Nico Montez can do with the next pitch from Seth Wasaki. Lake-Sumter Hawks up big with a 5-run inning last inning, 8 runs in the previous 2 innings. Montez flies to center field. Center fielder Pollard, Chance Pollard, settles underneath it for the 3rd out. Well, that'll bring us to the 5th inning. Lake-Sumter Lake Hawks leading the HCC Hawks 8-1.
Too much to too little. Got a little break here. Javier Nunez gonna head on out. I'll tell you a little story from the Super Bowl yesterday. We were working directly across from the station where the bomb-sniffing dogs were coming up to all set up. There was about 6 beautiful dogs getting ready to go do their job, and I asked the handler if the dogs would hit on cheap cologne and shame. He said no, so I knew it was okay to stay right where I was.
You were safe for the day?
Safe for the day.
Good. Yeah, we want to thank Javier Nunez, who always does a bang-up job, the founder and technical director and owner of Stream Live Tampa here. We also have Dioscar out there filming in the stands down the first base line. He's keeping a good view from us, and we have center field views and behind home plate views of this really beautiful community park here at just outside of the actual George Steinbrenner Field here, the home of the spring training home of the New York Yankees, the home of the Tampa Bay Tarpons, formerly the Tampa Yankees. Got a new pitcher.
Been trying to catch the number. Here it is.
16, Mitchell Leroy.
Mitchell Leroy, local player from Freedom High School, takes the mound. Mitchell Leroy, the right-hander from Freedom High School here in Tampa, Florida, up in the new Tampa area. Mitchell's made 2 appearances on the season for the HCC Hawk, a righty pitcher, 2 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings.
Ricketts to lead it off.
Yes, Tommy Ricketts, the DH for the Lake-Sumter Hawks. Leroy gets one in. 1-1. One and two to Tommy Ricketts. Lake-Sumter Hawks, he had a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. Flew out to right in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning.
A little throw behind. Off-speed pitch, he just left it out. Got behind the batter. 2-2 now.
Left fielder running underneath that one, catches it on the run for the first out. It's Benjamin Gilbert out there.
Long way to go. A nice running catch out into left field. For the first out of the 5th.
That'll bring up Ian Thornton to the plate for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks. Mitchell Leroy, freshman, 6'3", 190. As we said, a hometown Tampa player. Played at Freedom High up in New Tampa for Coach Trip Merrill. Another ball skied towards the left side. Shortstop Aguila gets under that one, makes the second out. That'll bring up Gabriel Dorsey for the Lake-Sumter Lakehawks.
HCC looking for a 1-2-3 inning after 2 innings that has ruined my scorebook.
Number 3,
Yes.
Luke Brown.
Yes. Oh, beautiful pitch. Strike. 1-1. Or, excuse me, 0-1. Hard in again with a fastball. 0-2. See if Leroy can have a nice 1-2-3 inning. That'd be nice after the previous 2 innings to get back in the dugout and try to take another crack at cutting this